Hey, grab a cup. Let's talk for a few minutes. I've watched gifted leaders fall, and almost every time it didn't start with a scandal. It didn't start with some big, dark temptation. It started when correction stopped landing. And at first, everything looks right. You're rising rather quickly. People are rallying, doors are opening that used to be shut. Momentum is building, and everyone is saying, yo, wow, God is really using them. And hey, for a while, I'm sure he was. But then something begins to shift, and it's not always a public shift. It's not sudden, it's quiet in the dark. Questions from your team start feeling like offenses. Feedback starts sounding like a form of disrespect. Corrections stop landing altogether. And eventually, the same people that celebrated your rise are now looking around confused by your fall. Not because your gift wasn't real, but because your foundation wasn't strong enough to carry it. There's a proverb that doesn't guess at this pattern. In fact, the proverb says that pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before fall. And that proverb isn't a suggestion, but it's a law of gravity. So today I want to talk about why humility isn't just a nice to have. It's not just a good character trait. It's the only thing that protects what your talent builds. Because here's a truth that I have to remind myself constantly. What lifted you can also limit you if pride gets there first. We live in a culture obsessed with self-promotion. They're telling us to protect our image and to defend our brand. Make sure you control the narrative. But Scripture warns us about insecurity. It warns us about self-exaltation. And the other day I was thinking, why is that? Maybe it's because insecurity can be healed, but pride resists the very healing that it needs. Cocky says, I don't need correction, while confidence says, I'm secure enough to receive it. And if I'm honest with you, at times I felt that own drift in my soul. You start thinking, well, I've earned this, and I know better than the people that are around me. It is the slow, subtle move from gratitude to entitlement. First, I'm grateful becomes I deserve this. Then God gave me this becomes I built this, as if we would have anything to build if he didn't give it to us. And sometimes it even reaches, well, I'm still successful. That eventually turns into I don't need to learn anymore. That's the danger. Pride doesn't show up when things are going wrong. It shows up when things are going right. It's invisible. You're still being applauded, but the moment you stop being teachable, your decline has already begun. Think about King Saul. In the beginning, he was hiding the baggage because he didn't feel worthy as a king. So because he didn't feel worthy to be king, he listened, he obeyed. But success began to rewrite his internal software. Starts making decisions without counsel, starts explaining away shortcuts. And when he's finally confronted, he didn't turn the other way. He didn't change his behavior. He defended it. And eventually he said the quiet part out loud. He said, I was afraid of the people. That's what pride actually is. Insecurity protected by control. And in that story, I'm convinced that God didn't remove Saul because he lacked talent. He removed Saul because pride overrode obedience. And if there's no one in our lives who can look at us and say, Aaron, you're wrong. Aaron, you're drifting. Then in reality, we're not as strong as we think we are. We're exposed. Because humility isn't weakness. It's the guardrail that keeps us from driving off the cliff. So to keep our foundation steady, let's try to live by 3 simple guardrails. The first, stay submitted. Always be under authority somewhere. If no one has the power to stop us, we are in a dangerous place. Second, stay teachable. If correction offends you, then pride is present. When was the last time you actually changed your mind because someone challenged you? And third is stay grateful. Thank God in private as much as you talk about your success in public. These guardrails won't slow your growth, they'll actually sustain it. I want to ask you something, and don't respond quickly. Who has the permission to challenge you? Who can speak hard truth without being punished by either your silence or your defensiveness? If the answer is no one, I have to tell you that's not confidence. That's vulnerability. Success doesn't destroy people. Pride does. But humility is what keeps you standing long after the applause fades. Drop a comment below. Who is the person that has permission to tell you when you're drifting? And know this, I'm walking with you, keeping my own guardrails tight. Always remember that growth is a journey. It's not a destination. I'm in it with you. And I'll see you on the next one.